Hello everyone. Today I have come up with another story. If I ask you people to just close your eyes for a second and imagine a scientist, what image would come to your mind? White coat, nerdy glasses, unshaven beard, and a notebook in hand maybe. In short, an utterly boring personality, right? Well, think twice. Because today I'm gonna talk about a scientist, a genius astronomer who had a lifestyle which will put even today's hardcore party animals to shame. I mean, literally. So, let us take a tour in the bizarre and amazing life of Tycho Brahe. Tycho Brahe or Tycho Brahe had a bizarre start of his life from very early life. His parents took pity to his uncle Jorgen, who was childless. Now, and promised him that they would offer him to adopt their firstborn child, their firstborn son. After Tycho was born in 1546, his father, Oti, could not part from his first son. Jorgen, his uncle, though got hurt, but waited till Tycho's mother, Betty, gave birth to his another son, his second son. And then Jorgen kidnapped Tycho. So this was the beginning of Tycho's life. And of course, Tycho's parents were furious with the disturbing act. I mean, how can his uncle kidnap their son? But then they realized that Jorgen was filthy rich. I mean, he literally had a castle. And then they thought, okay, we had promised, so of course we need to fulfill our promise. So this is how Tycho's life began. He got adopted or kidnapped by his own uncle, Jorgen. Though his uncle persuaded him to study law, but soon after giving his first exam, Tycho understood that he is far more intelligent than his classmates or his peers. And then the fateful day arrived. One day, after witnessing a solar eclipse, Tycho became passionate. No, not passionate. Tycho became obsessed with astronomy and became convinced that he could predict planetary motions better than anybody had done for the last 2 millennia. In 1562, Tycho left Denmark and moved to Germany, where he started his study in university. And within a year, he observed a 1 in a 20 years conjunction of Jupiter and Saturn and contradicted the popular existing theory by Copernicus. Now, Copernicus was the big deal in astronomy at that point of time. But our arrogant astronomer immediately declared the Copernican table to be inaccurate and started gathering tons and tons of data to prove his theory. Now, mind you, he was doing all this calculation at a time when even telescope was not invented. He was doing all this thing by his naked eyes. By this time, his uncle had died by pneumonia while saving the king Frederick II in war. He had jumped in a water to save the king, and after that he had died in pneumonia. But this gave Tycho a ton of money which he inherited from his uncle. His career flourished as Tycho moved to University of Rostock to study physics and astronomy. But all this hard works and studies never stopped Tycho to live his life at fullest. He was a party animal. At a university party, this is true story. At a university party, this 20-year-old scientist started a fight with a fellow mathematician over a mathematical problem. And Google was not there to prove who is right. So at that moment, they decided to settle this score by what? By a sword duel. Can you understand? And that also in the middle of a dark night. Two mathematicians are dueling by sword to prove who is a better mathematician in a duel of night when they are drunk as anything. Can you understand his life? But alas, our poor hero had lost a chunk of his nose in the duel fight and further replaced it with a prosthetic nose made of gold and copper and glued it on his nose. But this had no effect in Tycho's scientific achievements. In 1562, Tycho discovered a new star in the constellation Cassiopeia. He determined the position and challenged the conservative scientific community that there could be a new star out of their knowledge. It was quite a big deal in 16th century. And again, mind you, he was doing all these things without the help of a single telescope. He was calculating all these things with mathematics and naked eye. Now Tycho probably was getting pretty bored. Probably because neither his peers nor the people whom he was having party with were able to keep up with him. He wanted to move out of press. But the king, hearing this, became very anxious because he was about to lose one of his brightest mind. So the king came to Tycho and offered him a whole new private island for him with his own observatory. Tycho became pretty happy and he went there and he started to live there as an absolute ruler. Tycho asked all the farmers that stop your farming and start working in paper mill. Why? Because Tycho needed paper for his books. Yeah, you can understand. He even asked them to come and build his castle without any pay. So he was not a very kind man, I would say. So the farmers sued him and Tycho lost the case. But this didn't stop Tycho to live like a king or the brilliant astronomer. Tycho was watching sky at night and partying wildly in the day. He had a little person as a jester who he thought could tell fortune, could tell future. In the party, this jester used to stay under the table, used to get food what Tycho would serve under the table, and his only job was to insult the coming guest, whoever was coming, just to entertain Tycho. And not only this, jester was still okay. Hold your chair. Tycho had a pet moose who used to drink till his throat. Now that's what I call a party animal. Once the moose got drunk and tried to get up the stairs, fall from there and died unfortunately. Poor moose. At this point the king also died. The new king who came, he kicked out Tycho from Germany because he was listening to a rumor that Tycho was having an affair with the king's mother. He got kicked out of Germany and traveled all along Europe studying and partying. At this point of time, Tycho got Johannes Kepler as his assistant, who later himself became the pioneer of astrophysics. Tycho spent his last 4 years to prove Copernican theory that the sun moves around the earth wrong, and he did that successfully. Though his theory had some issue themselves, but he had stepped towards the right direction. After this, Tycho moved to Prague after being invited by Rudolf II, and within 11 days he died there in a party. So that's the end of the great Tycho Brahe, the OG thug life astronomer. Some says his death was a murder by his own protege, Kepler, who inherited his data and published the fundamental laws of astronomy, the laws of planetary motion, which is still being taught in university classes. Some says he was poisoned by the king of Denmark under the suspicion that Tycho was still having an affair with his mother. Some say that this actually had inspired Shakespeare to write Hamlet. But this is not the end of story. In 2012, a research group from Tycho's alma mater, Rostock University, examined the remaining of the body to see that there was not enough mercury present in his body which could kill him. But shockingly enough, they found that Tycho needed to pee. Yes, you heard me right. Tycho drank too much alcohol, and because it was at that point, because it was against the etiquette to leave the table before the host, he held his pee and bursted his bladder. Yes, he died because of a bursted bladder. Tycho Brahe, really? So this was the life and death of Tycho Brahe. You know, the amazing thing is, he was so self-aware. Just before his death, he said the epitaph that should be engraved on his tombstone: lived like a sage, died like a fool. So that's it, guys. That's the life and death of the bizarre genius astronomers Tycho Brahe. So from this point onwards, if anyone tells you that the scientists are boring, no, just tell them the story. Okay, I will take my leave. I will come again next time with another story. Bye.